represented in the symbol that we know as the star, which is represented by the pendalpha of 5. The 5 pendalphas, which of course is made of the single triangle of L, the triangle, or the pendalpha of A, which of course in Paleo-Hebrew is the symbol of the bull with horns. And of course, in my past videos, I have proven that all of the ancient cultures worshipped the sacred bull god. From ancient Mesopotamia, the Sumerians, the worshipping this. And of course, one of their symbols is the symbol of the pendalpha, or the star of Sirius. The relationship of Sirius and the star in Harry Potter in the very construction and layout of Washington, D.C. And remember, to the see, this is actually believed as their symbol, because the Pentagon is where we construct and organize and mastermind the death to be the very death. The Illuminati places their pentagram, or their star of Sirius, the star of death, as their symbol for the military, which is why you'll find the symbol of Sirius upon all of the vehicles of death. And now you'll also understand why the tyranny of the police officer also uses the star of death, the star of Sirius. So why do you think Chrysler, the Christ Slayer, uses the star of Sirius, the pentagram, as the sacred bull gods like Osiris and Isis? And of course, one of their symbols is the symbol of the pendalpha, or the star of. That's what they're talking about.
Okay, so you see they got the infernal geometry, left-hand path, the magical system, practical guide to modern magic and additional satanic shit. Okay, you got the leader of the order of the 9 angles, right? Inside the look of the so-and-so, and slave in the NYC man arrested on gun charge. Look at the symbols on the paper with the blood on it. He made a sigil with the blood contract on it, right? You see it say satanic. You talking about I don't understand, and I'm making it up. It's called the Order of the 9 Angles, right? O-N-A or O-9-A. And you see I just broke down why they worship angles, the bull. Look at the sigils. Look at the blood on it. I'm going to show you sigils and angles, right? Remember, the Freemason compass is to make angles. Look at the triangle, right? Now, right here, occult, sacred geometry, Baphomet Magnet. It's saying occult, sacred geometry right there. I didn't type that. Let's get this one. Satanic Symbols in Sacred Geometry by H.R. Geiger. That's a book. Somebody wrote a book on it. I didn't make this up, right? You see the S9, occult, sacred geometry, Wiccan, pagan, pentagram, right? Now remember the O9A dude, right? Look at the colors, look at the shapes. If you continue to put squares around, you start to get sacred geometry. Now, this is mathematics, right? Remember pi and circumference and parabolas and distance, and how can you tell what time of day it is from the sundial? This is Masonic though, right? That's why the Green Lantern got a ring. Now, You already know the pentagram is what it is. It's a magic sigil, right? It's not just triangles. It's not just math, right? You can put sigils on these shapes, right? You respect it in every other situation, right? Now, look at how you see the shapes mean words, right? The curve and the line, and it's all angles, right? Remember the infinity symbol. We broke that down in the video earlier, but I'm gonna show you officially why is that. You can pause and read that if you want. But you see the infinity symbol even is the snake. Now this is what I'm saying about sigils, right? It says several demon sigils and they summoners, right? You got Barbie. Look at the Barbie one. Barbie with an L at the end. So you see how they look like mathematical figures. It almost looked like math, right? Let's show you some more. This is all shapes and you feel what I'm saying? Angles, right? So see how that's a demon sigil, just that simple set of lines put together. You put those lines together and you get certain invocations, right? So soak it all in, the Elohim, Eloha, the Shaddai. Remember that video about Shaddai? Look at the series of triangles, right? Pause and read that. That's the 9 angles, the order of the 9 angles, the Satanic group I keep telling you about. They know that geometry is a code. That's why they named it the order of the 9 angles. It's their principles right here. Boom, look, demon sigils. Look, this a notebook. But you see how the square and compass could draw these shapes? You got Maltese cross, flat out demon sigils. They not hinting. They telling you flat out what it is. Right, and then here goes some more. Notice a lot of them end in EL, like Moors put EL on the end of their name, right? This is more like New Age shit, where the signs and symbols is heavy. You get into that East, the sign and symbols is heavy. The V is not just a V. I just showed you the A is not just the A, right? So do you see it? Like, look at the bottom, right? Let me give you a closer look. Let me know when I'm tripping. This is a further breakdown to show that not only is quantum mechanics satanic, geometry is also a code, right? Lord, don't give it to the Egyptians that they made up the math. You already know what time they was on, right? That's just a code geometry hidden in company logos. But now you see why they use this symbol, right, in the East. And I'm gonna show you mathematically. Make sure y'all watch to the end. I'm gonna show you mathematically. Irrefutable. It's really a clip. We just gonna get into it. All right. Now I'm gonna remind you about the Nubian similarities with the Theosophical Society. Right. Look at the circle in the middle. Right. You don't remember that from school? Circumference and perimeter. Right. The circle inside the circle is really a Freemason term. So the Vesica Pisces is like some Freemason shit. Circle inside the circle. All right, look at the magic set of circles. Right? It's almost like Chinese writing. The Is it a coincidence Larry Hoover used it, right? Dispelling Masonic hate. You see they use the symbol. They giving you the Freemason handover fist. Right? He giving you the hidden hand, one hand behind the back. Right? So this is this is all occult. Them people that's in the East, they study this stuff. They understand what shapes and even the Argyle pattern and all this. Like, take a look at what these brothers are into, right? They into the Freemasonry. They into the adept science and all that. They understand what these symbols, it's a symbol when you see it like this, but when you put some math and numbers beside it, it's really math, right? You can pause and read that if you want. That's gonna break some shit down. We see how it even fit into the Fibonacci sequence, the yin and the yang. That's the white boy that did that's the troglodyte that made the order of the 9 angles. Cracker with the Muslim attire on, let's be clear, right? All this time to Kabbalah. All this time to alchemy and witchcraft. Look at the 3s, look at the C's, look at the, right? You think them numbers and letters is new, right? Even the caduceus with the ambulance.
When I did some investigation about the 369 code, it brought me to the Rodin coil and vortex-based mathematics. Here is the diagram. In short, you see a black line and a red line. These are 2 separate systems. Let's take the black line first. You have 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 2 is 4, 4 and 4 is 8, 8 and 8 is 16, which is 1 and 6 is 7, 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5, 5 and 5 is 10, 1 and 0 is 1, so you're back at 1. In the center you see the 0. So this pattern is the pattern of the torus. Let's put it on our crater and you'll see that's a perfect match. So let's take a look at the energy video, and in the front, the reddish color, you see the torus field. But in the back you have the 369 pyramid, constantly inverting, +9, -9, +9, -9. So you have the 369 pyramid. How do you create the inversion? Well, 1 and 2 is 3, 7 and 8 is 15, 1 and 5 is 6, and then 5 and 4 is 9. That is how you create the inversion. So here you have the diagram of a toroid dominated by a counter-rotating pyramid. The 369 is not the godly code, it is the parasitic code. 369 sounds a bit like 666, if you ask me. Let's look for the origins of the counter-rotating pyramid. Let's take a top view of the first pyramid. Isis. The brother of Isis was Osiris, or Isis, reflector of Isis, mirror of Isis. Now we know the name of the pyramid, but what way are they pointing? Let's take a look at the colors. 2 color systems. You have the RGB, the red, green and blue, and that's the upper triangle.
Ironically, that's the high definition color.
You have the CMYK system. CMYK stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, and the K stands for black. So let's take a look at the CMYK triangle, and in the middle you see this black triangle. The black triangle stands for Osiris, the Lord of Darkness. Then take a look at the RGB triangle, and in the center you see the white triangle.
That's why in Freemasonry you have the black and white
Isis,
duality.
Queen of the Daylight. Now,
Did you guys hear that? The black and white represents the duality in Freemasonry as well. This is where they're getting it from.
we see that Osiris is the down-pointing triangle and Isis the up-pointing triangle. So that is the code of the parasitic system. But
And we're back at it. Okay, and so we're back on the Facebook, and I wanted to show you once again exactly what the toroidal field in the firmament looks like. And this is the reason why we're getting the reflection the way we do. And also, keep in mind, the reflection on the water is known as the Pharaoh's beard. So anytime you see the reflection in the water, this is the reason they depict the Pharaoh's mask with a long beard. It's for the sunrise, and the shoulder blades represent the east and west. Again, our crater, Suspicious Gullus M. You can find this on the moon map, because the star map directly sits on top of the moon map, and everything you see here is depicted in that. So the way out is the triangle out of here. It's through New Schwabenland. It's through the Antarctic. Okay. Again, most truthers are going to tell you that the 369 is the God particle, or it's the key to unlocking the universe. It's because these are serpents or ignorant folks. They just do not understand what they're actually talking about. And so be wary on what information you're taking from. This is why I like to use multiple references to bring home the point. Okay, and you can see the X. And this is the reason why they gone. This is the serpent time loop continuum. Okay, they want you stuck here indefinitely so they can continuously feed on you. And there you be, folks. Water's above, water's below. A lot of people have their own theory on it. The theory that I go with is we have clouds in our upper atmosphere. The clouds are made of water. Obviously, the waters below are the rivers and oceans. So, to the next episode, it is Alex Haven. We are the Truth Outlaws. Please leave a comment. Join the Outlaw team. The sequence 1, the 369 code, is the parasitic code. This is exactly what has been done. And so it's a triangle on top of a triangle, creating the double triangle here. This is what actually is creating the moon, and it is what's creating our sun. It's the reflection of. This is our actual crater. This is the portion we actually reside on. And this is a picture taken right outside, showing the reflection in the firmament.